The 10th installment in the Saw franchise. Somehow Tobin Bell is back. Is it worth watching? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the movie dive. Today we are diving into Saw X. This is the 10th installment in the Saw franchise. I have not seen every Saw. The first one I really loved. It was a very low budget movie, something different I haven't seen before, and the twist ending was really impactful. Saw 2 came to a surprise as many people thought it would be a huge letdown. However, it was a great sequel to the first installment. Of course, it was not as great as the first one. However, it was very good, I would say. After that, we had the third one I didn't really like, and then the fourth one, which was terrible. Fifth, sixth, seventh, I've not kept track after that. It went from a creative, well-written movie to just a gore fest with more of cartoony traps to just get people to die. They kind of wrote themselves into a corner with the first few Saws because Tobin Bell, who plays Jigsaw, has terminal cancer, so he is going to die soon. So of course, if they're going to do 9 more movies, at some point he can't keep coming back. Minor spoilers here, but in Saw 3, he finally passes away, and you're like, where are they going to go from here? Because we know these movies are a huge money grab because they're lower on the budget side and they bring in a lot of money during the Halloween season. Then they released this Spiral movie with Chris Rock. It was kind of a spin-off here going on about the legacy that Jigsaw left behind. That one did not do it for me at all. I thought it was just a pretty dumb ending, very, very predictable, and it tried to go a different route, but then tried to stay the same, and it just was not working for me. Now, this one I will say is my favorite one since Saw 2. I'm going to preface that with saying I've only seen Saw 1 through 5. I stopped watching after that. I've heard the 6th one is pretty good. However, I just feel like it's all the same cartoony gore. Saw X is based in Mexico, so it's kind of creative in that sense. It feels like a lot of Jigsaw traps do go back to like the original style, where it's more just putting creative things together to get people to be in these games. Instead of an insane over-the-top trap that was made for gore porn, these traps in this one do bring you back to the original Saw. Now, this Saw movie is starring Tobin Bell, and it's really starring Tobin Bell. He is the main character throughout the whole movie. In all the other Saw movies, he was kind of luring in the background and plotting stuff. This one, it shows his backstory, shows what he is going through, and it shows inside of his mind how the creative genius, the artiste man he is, who creates these plans to put horrible people in horrible situations and let them decide their own fate. In this one, he truly chooses horrible people. I didn't watch the trailer before the movie came out. I did watch it after I saw the movie, so it does show it in the trailer that these are people that are scamming terminally ill patients, so they're the perfect people to go after and put into Jigsaw traps. This movie had a lot more of a build up to it. It wasn't like every 10 minutes at the beginning of the movie there was another kill or another Jigsaw trap coming. They definitely took its time to build up, but once it was built up, then it was going and going and going after that. Jigsaw's apprentice Amanda returns now. This one is based between Saw 1 and Saw 2. I had to get past my mind that Amanda definitely looks like she is 20 years older than she did in the previous movies. She had this really weird haircut, and that part I was just like, whatever, it's a Saw movie, who cares? Now, the only issue of having Jigsaw in the forefront of this movie is it takes out some of the mystery of the stuff he's doing behind the scenes. So when things do happen, I do feel like that's a little bit too much of a coincidence. Things went too much his way. I feel like if one little thing would have gone the opposite way, it would have ruined his whole plan, which seemed like a very high chance of happening. This movie definitely makes you try to sympathize more with Jigsaw and the cancer that he is going through. I'm not really there because he's also doing horrific torture to people. Some of these traps, there's some definitely that are very gruesome, of course, that I had to turn away from the screen. Definitely made me have a little bit of disbelief because like there's no way someone can go through doing this without passing out, going through shock. It's just not possible. Or maybe I'm not strong enough. Maybe I'm not cut out to be Jigsaw. In the end though, if you do like the original Saw movies, then this is definitely going to bring you back to the better version of those movies. I think you will enjoy this. I'm gonna go ahead and give Saw X a 2.5 out of 5. A lot of people will like it more than that. A lot of people will feel the same way I feel. You go ahead and let me know how you felt about Saw X in the comments, and we will see you next time on the Movie Dive.